Hey, and welcome to this week's 10X Marketing Masterclass Mastermind. We are the masters of that. I'm Alan Lazar, and this is my buddy
Anthony Della Carpini. Welcome to the 10X Mastermind.
So we have I always say this.
Yeah.
We have a great episode
It's
today.
a one-of-a-kind type of show right here.
Yeah. So we're going to discuss local marketing. So this episode is for the brick and mortar, which I'm sure we were getting tons of messages about it. Like, hey, I have a furniture store. Hey, I have a used car dealership. How can I help? How can I get more foot traffic? How can I get more branding, more presence, more revenue?
Yep.
I know you guys are the e-commerce guys and know how to do all that stuff, but can you get people to come to my store and purchase? Can we?
Can we? Oh, yes, we can. And you could also transition if you are an e-commerce person and you're really skilled at the paid advertising for your e-commerce, and maybe you want to have a local presence because it's just not working for you. So it's not that it's only for the brick and mortar. It might be people that want to do both at the same time. Like, a lot of companies will die because they can't figure out online. And a lot of companies that go online might start to open up a brick and mortar and thrive as well.
Yeah, you got to adapt. I mean, I'll give you like a basic example, like Target. You can go to the Target store and buy something, but you can also buy on online. So you gotta. It's not choose one or the other. If you have a brick and mortar shop, unless it's an ice cream shop, you don't. And maybe if you're making your own ice cream, maybe you can do something like that. But can other people purchase whatever you're trying to sell online? But yeah, of course. I always like the term, Frankie, back to basics.
Back to basics.
It's like, I have a store, I get the whole internet stuff.
Yeah.
I want to build that, but I only know how to deal with clients in my store. How can you get more people in my environment, in my ecosystem? I know if I got a guy coming in to buy furniture, I'm going to sell that furniture.
Exactly.
So it's like, how can your stuff just get me more people in my realm?
Yeah. And another thing that I just realized, a perfect example is if you do speaking engagements like Grant does, or we have events where you aren't just in one location all the time. A lot of people, you might be in e-commerce, but you might be going to a trade show that's in Milwaukee, and you don't exactly have any presence there. You have an online presence, which is everywhere, it's global, but you know that you want customers and you want to meet them in person, you want to have a more in-depth relationship with them. So you want to start targeting local in a city that you've never even been to. For the Growth Con, we knew that we were going to be in Miami last time, so we knew we had a huge local presence here that we could tap into. So a company as global as 10X and Grant Cardone, we had to tap into like heavy local marketing for that.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest ones was we have here is paid advertising for your local market.
I could have a whole marathon episode on things we could do for your local business. So marketing locally, like, I'll give you an example of one of the things he mentioned for 10X Growth Conference. So right now Grant has a world tour. So one of the ideas that we have that we're implementing is Grant's going to Singapore, let's say. Yeah. Well, we're running local ads in Singapore to the community there. So if they don't know who Grant is, they'll get to know him.
Yeah.
And so by the time he gets there, his presence will be there before he gets there. And that's a branding play, but that's...
Do we have a caller
already? Is that a...
Are we going to be taking calls today?
It's a collection.
So this is a phone number, sir?
No, I have it. It's a
new number.
New phone number here, guys.
For today.
Just for this show. It's an exclusive local marketing phone number for this show. It's going to be 305-865-6404. 305-865-6404.
Yeah, I would love to talk to somebody. We would love to. I mean, I would. I don't know if you would love to talk to somebody.
I love talking to people.
I want like someone to say, hey, I got this kind of business. Like, what could I do to get...
It could be off topic too. We'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, talk to us about life.
Yeah, talk to us about it. Oh, so you can see it over there? Awesome.
Oh,
So-
top of me. There it is.
But we'll continue where were you at?
Paid
there?
advertising. I mean, we got to have an example. Let's have one example, Natalie, of a local business and how we can help, and then like what we can talk about what we would do for that.
Raw juice.
Oh man, I'm craving raw juice now.
God, I love
They have
this.
the best little smoothies.
Yeah,
Shout out to raw
Thank you
juice
guys.
in Alventura.
Hooking us up. Local marketing, though. So the types of local marketing that they do, we can just run through that. Paid advertising wise, they have a presence online. They have a social media marketing team. It might not be that big of a team, but they are present on the online sphere. And another big one is for a company like that would be like Yelp or Squarespace. What's the other one?
MySpace.
Not MySpace.
No, not MySpace.
I mean, you could be on MySpace. It still exists. I think it's more for like bands and stuff now. But like Yelp or any other types of review
Well, that's not
charts.
paid advertising, right? Oh, you could
Yeah,
actually
you
on
do
Yelp.
pay. You pay on Yelp, and you become the best restaurant. I mean, they probably don't need to do that, but you become the best restaurant in your area very quickly, with a little bit of cheddar on.
Yeah,
on Yelp.
you're like, okay, you know, I get tricked all the time.
Yeah.
I click on the sponsored ones, they get me. Yelp does.
Yeah.
But paid ads, very simple. Like, so let's say there's a. Are you talking about me? Am I giving you side eye? Am I being sassy today? So let's say raw juice. They have one here in Aventura, Florida. So we can, if they came to me, let's go even back. See, I like to go like back. So I'll talk to raw juice. I'll say, Mr. Juice, what is it that you need? And they said, hey, look, we have the prices down, we have the juices down, we could totally take 5x more clients and just bring them into our store and we'll convert them, right? So we'll look at the data, and obviously they're a local company, so we will try to get them local people. So you can run an ad, target a 5-mile radius of people, let's say, and then you say, what's your demographic? They're like 18 to 35, vegan, whichever the
health
case is.
food, athletic, people that are health conscious,
like us,
attempting to lose weight. There's all sorts of
thick fit.
There's all sorts of like demographics that you go in. It's probably not the cheapest of foods, so you're going to want to target demographics that are, maybe at a little bit higher.
Price. So then what I would do is I would say, Mr. Juice, what we're going to do is we're going to target people in the area. Mm-hmm. I'll target Gymshark. So Gymshark is like a clothing brand, mostly women, fitness. Be like, okay, so what are the odds that someone who spends money, hundreds of dollars on fitness clothes, probably is going to spend $12 for a smoothie?
Yeah.
So you don't always have to target. So this is what separates normal marketing to the ninjas.
Yeah.
Because everyone's bidding for fitness.
Yeah, of course.
You're like, I want fitness, I want wealthy. Well, good luck. Everyone's bidding on that, and you're going to pay a heavy price. But what if I target Gymshark? What if I target, give me like a parallel
Hot
audience.
Pilates classes.
Hot Pilates classes, right? So then you target those in that area. Or what you can do, see, now we're freestyling.
Yeah.
What you can do is you could geofence. So geofence is basically putting like a digital shield. You remember in Guardians of the Galaxy where they put like this shield over the thing? Whatever, you don't want to remember it. But they put like a shield, and what happens
like
is...
Biodome.
Biodome, that's a classic. And then so anyone that's in that Hot Pilates is going to get served that ad.
Yep.
So you're like, I'm going to target all the Pilates. Like, you would ask them, so where do they come? Usually after workout. So we'll do the Equinox, we'll do all these facilities and say, hey, good job crushing that workout. Come get a raw juice.
Exactly. Yeah, you can really get granular with your targeting now in Facebook and Google, down to the zip code. It's within like a few meters of an address now. You can target somebody that's been there, that lives there, or even I think is planning on traveling there. So you can actually get people on their way to the gym. If you know a certain path, like say they're on 95 or something like that, and you're in a commute and you want to serve them ads that way. Another great paid advertising when you're speaking of commuting and geo-targeting, there's ways you can tap into people's GPS via like Waze app and stuff, and do actual pop-ups while they're driving, while they're using their GPS, and a little pop-up will come up and it'll say, hey,
take a break.
2 rights from now is a Burger King or the BK Lounge, and you can go and click on that and see the menu. You can pop up happy hour prices if people are going to drive by. There are people, they're on their way. They set their destination to a gym, to a workout place, because they tag all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you can say, hey, after your workout, stop by here. I've got discounted smoothies for people like you.
So if you have, so let's just stick with this raw juice. The whole time. So I think, for example, like I would go to Mr. Juice and I'd say, hey, where are you getting most of your sales? And they're like, 30% is coming from Uber Eats or these apps. I would go aggressive and say, dude, offer like break even. Try to collect the data where you're gonna say, if someone buys one time, how many times do they come back and buy? So it's like, you need customer acquisition. You're like, hey man, once they try the juice, once they sip on that Kool-Aid, they're part of it. You gotta totally be okay with breaking even if you're a marketer. If you have that mindset, totally okay with breaking even and just rely on the long-term value.
Do you, I put these on here, the physical presence here. For a juice company like that, do you believe in advertising like that? And by physical presence and paid physical presence, I mean billboards, bus benches, sides of buses, flyers, things like that.
I would totally do it on certain types of business. So like attorneys, car accidents, right? So I would do a bus stop, because what if someone got in a car accident and needs to take the bus?
There you go.
Is someone who's riding the bus
going to
go to raw juice and spend $12? Probably not. No. So
but billboards, perhaps.
Billboards. So billboards are interesting. 95 freeway here. It's a big freeway here in Florida. Just think who's gonna be on this 95 freeway. Donald Trump could be on a convoy heading down 95 freeway. He can see the Growth Con billboard, So it's like, billboards are outdated, totally, but I still wouldn't rule them out, because you're gonna reach, it's just like a branding play.
And a lot of these food places get really clever with it too. They're like, hey, because they know where you're bidding, and I'll see. They don't work on me because I don't eat there, but you'll see McDonald's ones that are like 2 exits ahead. They're on the right hand side. That type of stuff. You've been driving. You're on 95 or like down here in Florida with the Turnpike. You might have been on that road for 2 hours. And you haven't. That sign is what makes you get off the road and finally go fill your belly up.
Yeah, and local TVs are a little bit better.
Yeah, local
because
TV.
You can target a little bit better of like a demographic. So like, if I'm gonna target Fox News, so I know like most likely they're conservative, most likely they're older. So I'm gonna sell them My Pillow, right? My Pillow. Do you know that My Pillow?
Yeah.
Did over $1 billion.
Pillow.
Nuts.
A month?
$1 billion? No.
Oh,
Billion with a B.
B.
So it's like, if you know the audience.
Local TV. I mean, and you can now do local TV or local targeting on streaming networks and things like Hulu and Sling TV.
Digital TV.
Digital
stuff,
TV.
like
yeah,
Hulu,
that's the word for it.
Sling.
Let me guess. Radio. You a fan or no?
I don't know. I don't listen to the radio.
Me neither. But
unless it's a jingle, Like, can you give me a jingle, Natty?
411 pain.
Yeah.
For the best roll rates and dinner, go to the general, say sometime.
Yeah.
You know that one? Jingles work.
Yeah. So, but a clever thing you can do, if you're, I personally am not a big fan of like a big regular commercial radio through like Clear Channel and things like that.
Yeah.
But the paid if people are using like Spotify, not premium, or they're using Pandora, those the type of ads, you can actually geolocate. I've run Pandora ads in the past, and when you're driving here in Miami, you can go from getting 411 Pain ads in English, and then you cross over a certain street and you get them in Spanish. And it's quite impressive how you can do that, because they are. You see me with my 411 Pain with the Spanish advertising going on there, so they're targeting by your zip code, so they can see. So you can do a local target. So if you have a place like Miami or in LA or a lot of the South where you have people that speak both languages and you want to target those type of areas with raw juice, like maybe they in Aventura here, they could have multiple different languages and for their juice company.
Yeah, and also one thing I want to point out, don't get stuck on the price. So if you start saying like, yeah man, if I show, I'm getting a lead over here, or someone coming in from Facebook, or someone's coming in from a billboard, it could be a different quality. Yeah. So it's like, don't just go based on what's the cheapest.
No.
Because like we have an ad running on, what is the Tired of Missing Sales? It's running on
TiredofMissingSales.com.
It's on
Sirius XM.
Sirius XM. It's very
CNBC.
expensive. CNBC.
Yeah.
But we get the highest quality because we get CEOs, like high level execs.
40,000 a week.
Something nasty, right? And so it's nasty. It's crazy expensive. And it's like it's tough, but the quality's there. So if we just go based on numbers, that campaign would have been out the door a long time ago. Did you drop something?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
Continue.
So we're going to go over a couple more things, and then we're going to circle back to paid, because all of the things we're going to talk about are great ideas. Do them, test them. And you're also missing another one, but we're going to talk about that. So the next one you put here, street marketing.
Oh, thanks.
Street marketing, street teams. They're cool.
Yeah.
So we have raw juice street team. So let's what is a street team? Door to door, handing out flyers.
Yeah, I mean,
going to a Pilates store and saying like, hey, we're doing bring this coupon and you get your free juice or something.
For instance, my Pilates studio that I go to has a flyer rack, and they have hey, you're a member here, so you get 10% off this juice bar. So you pick it up, and now you could go to that juice bar to get it. Is it the most effective thing? Probably not. Is it the cheapest thing you can do? Probably.
Yeah, it's like total free.
And it kind of costs you pennies to print out stacks of flyers this big, hand them out. Most of them end up in the trash, so don't be sad when that happens. And then when I
them on your car, those people that put. Miami's so aggressive.
So aggressive.
You're at a light. They put it on your car.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting, and then the guy's like, "Hey, papi," and just puts a thing right in front of me, like a power move.
And on here with the street teams, this was kind of a vague little note there, so I'm sorry about that. But what Raw Juice actually did do is last week they brought a guy here with a table and signed up all of us for some raffle, which I don't even know if that actually happened.
Yeah, $50.
Okay, I didn't win it, but they handed out samples. They handed out samples to everybody here. I wish they would have handed out acai bowl samples, but the juice was really good. We are already regulars there anyways, but they should set that up. They should actively set that up for other office buildings. Like we have a huge office building right next door to us. We kind of own this whole building here, so they already got us. But
yeah, we own it.
Yeah,
we own it.
Yeah, it's not a big deal or anything. But
weird flex. It's a weird flex, but it's okay.
But the street teams, like you can get out there and go to these, like door to door is not completely dead. Don't go to an actual person's door maybe for your juice company, but you hit up a big office building and you go into one office building, you look at the empanada. The lady that brings us empanadas, she drives a
Range Rover
car 3 times as expensive as mine.
I totally, when I saw her, because she's such a nice lady, and it was like $8, and I paid $10, and I was like, I'm gonna let her keep this $2. And then she just like beep beep, just rolls out like a brand new Range Rover.
Yeah, it's because she has that entire office building too, next door. And
Dude.
probably like 3 other ones too.
Totally in the wrong business. I need to be selling empanadas.
Yeah, but you know, it's you got to go in these
I'll
like
eat them all.
But like places like office buildings like this, and then next door they're gonna
Don't get high in your own supply.
office buildings like this. You know, they're not gonna. You know, in Miami it's a lot easier. I feel like every office here has like a colado person or an empanada person or something that gets delivered. Dry cleaner that comes. So you just reach out to these. If you have a business like that, I would highly recommend showing up to an office. Bring samples with you, the best ones.
Yeah, if you have a furniture store, don't come here and bring samples of your furniture.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Don't. We have
so it
enough
varies. Obviously, we're talking about juice right now. So I think the Uber Eats would be a great play for a juice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Going to businesses would be great. Flyers is cool. Targeting your, whatever.
Do you think, I had personal experience of this with a friend of mine, but what's your thoughts on signing up for all of those? Like the DoorDash, delivery dudes, Uber Eats, Amazon, all of them, you think?
So, because I think everyone has one that they like. Like I use Uber Eats, and I have a friend who only uses Postmates.
Yeah.
Or like I've noticed like Postmates sucks around here in delivery, or their interface is worse. And I like the way Uber Eats handles, their things. So yeah, do them all.
Yeah. So you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. With
multiple flows.
Yeah. Just make sure you're ready to handle it when it comes in. That's my note on that one. But another thing, I had street markets.
There's Groupon too, by the way.
Groupon, yeah.
So
Amazon
Groupon,
Fresh.
Groupon, and there's another one. So Groupon is a service where they have all these paid members that will say, hey, we're going to do a special deal. You can prepay 10 juices and you get 50% off, something like that. And you're going to be like, for sure, you're not going to make money on it. You're going to like lose or break even. But it's all for customer acquisition.
Yeah.
It's like, I can just sell 1,000 of these right now and maybe lose $600 or $200, but I'm going to have 1,000 people who who've tasted my juice.
Yeah, and some of the stadiums do that regularly, or concert halls, because they know that if they give you, like for the Miami Heat one time, this was years ago, I got offered an Amazon Local. Did you ever use that? It was similar to
Prime Now?
Groupon. No, Amazon Local, which is, it was like Groupon where it's local events, and I got Heat tickets for like $7. As soon as I walked in there, I spent $12 on a drink. So they already made their money back. They knew that it was okay to lose up front to get me in that seat. We do have a caller.
We have
Laura.
Laura. Hey, Laura.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great.
Awesome.
What's your question?
Turning up my volume.
Oh, it's okay. What's your question?
I just wanted to know, how would I best market myself to get a job at Cardone Capital?
How do you market?
What's your best way to market yourself to get a job with us?
Have you done a 60-second video yet?
I did, and I followed up with HR. I've been emailing them. I've called, they said email, and I'm not getting a response back.
Where do you live?
I live in Naples, Florida, but it would be an easy move for me to go to Miami.
Okay, so in your video, did you say something like, I'm interested in the movement, I'm a follower of Grant, I live in Naples, but I will move to Miami? So I have an example. I have an employee that starts tomorrow from LA to move to, is moving here. So that's obviously when we take those kind of people serious, because we know they know the Grant voice. What would you recommend to get some traction? What
position were you looking for in that department?
The investors relations associate, but really any sales position I would be happy with. I have real estate experience, but I'm excellent at sales.
Okay.
And then, did you mention anything about your idea of coming to Miami? Did you mention that at all to anybody?
I just said that I'm in South Florida.
Okay.
In your video and in the follow-up emails, have you done research about Cardone Capital and the current employees? Have you tried reaching out to any of them individually?
Oh, sorry, it broke up a bit. Have I tried reaching out to who?
To the other employees of Cardone Capital through through the website. Did you drop any hints on that you have been researching Cardone Capital, the employees, and the things that are going on there? Do you stay up to date with their social media and things like that? Because we like to it's not just Cardone Capital, it's any department in this company. They take it. They love it when people are invested across everything. So if it was very, very real estate, they want to see that you can be a part of the whole team. So if you really are focused on only real estate and they're not seeing a fit for you, it would be better if you attempted a more broad trying to join our team, and we can see your skills and the different types of value that you can provide for us in different departments.
Have you done it? Have you done an over the phone interview?
I have not made it that far, no.
Okay, so look, all right, we're gonna start from scratch here, all right? I need you to send a video. I need you to say who you are and say, this is my experience. I'm passionate about the vision of what you guys are doing. I wanna be part of it. I can bring tons of value. I'm committed to move closer. That's a key. That's you want to know what's going to trigger emotions, right? I'm willing to move closer to you guys. I'm willing to be in a different position in your office with the goal of being in real estate. But if I need to be in Cardone Enterprises to learn the systems, because here's the thing, our office is kind of floating around. So you'll have someone who's in client relations go become a sales guy for Cardone University. And then, so it's like, we're all in the same office. I mean, we have a big office here. So the vision is like, are you on the vision of grants? And then you just show that your ability to, you're willing to do, you know how I got this job? I'll say how I got this job.
Let's hear it.
Ready, Nat? I said, look, I bring tons of value. Thanks for the call. I said, I bring tons of value. I'm willing to work for free. I'm willing, I knew they weren't going to say work for free, but I'm willing to. I bring this and this and this and this. Let me show you what I'm at. And I'm humble and I can make something happen. And I think when you're genuine, Frank, people appreciate that. And we like that kind of person. We want someone like that.
Everything here, it's not like you said you were going to work for free, so you're sacrificing yourself for the company. For the bigger picture, you're providing the value. We hear that every single morning meeting, whether it's the books that we read, whether the talks that G gives or Sherry or Jared, it's all about like what type of value can you bring. I've been here for 3.5 years, and it's still what value do you keep bringing, and what value can you continue to bring, or else you don't last, or you don't even make it in the door.
You can name drop me too. You can say I spoke to Alan.
Yeah.
Alan was told me to send you a video.
Yep.
And they're gonna ask me hey, what's up with this one? And I go, yeah, check her out.
Do we have another caller? Or?
Oh, okay. So that was a cool call. I mean,
thanks.
Not really local marketing, but
different. I mean, she needs to locally market herself here in Miami and say, hey, I've been looking at apartments in Aventura, so
if you want to
close by.
If you really, really, really wanted to get a job, you would geo-target this office, and I would do an ad and be like, I want to work for you guys.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna follow you everywhere I go on Facebook, not in real life.
Yeah, don't do that in real life.
Don't show up. Don't show up.
That do not show up.
That is the worst mistake
ever.
Do never.
That does not work.
Don't hit up every single person.
Yeah,
don't
do that.
hit them up.
Send a video.
But learn about the people.
I don't know about learning about people. I know, Alan, you like.
Cats.
I do like cats. All right, let's get back to street marketing. It's cool, do it. Not in love with it. It's pretty cost effective, but is it scalable? Yeah, it's okay. Think outside the box. Interesting one.
You like that?
I like it.
It's kind of a little bit like street marketing, but it's more disruptive.
Yeah. So, how would we do? What's a disruptive? Think like outside the box marketing for like a juice shop.
Well, I've never really been a fan of one of the ones on here. I never thought it worked until I realized living here in Miami, we go to the beach a lot, and those planes that fly over, pulling those billboards behind the planes.
Yeah.
I stare at those all the time.
Yeah.
I know what DJ is going to be at Live next week. I know, but I never really see people taking advantage of it. I wonder how expensive they are. I haven't actually done it, but I wonder how expensive it can be. That because I feel like if Raw Juice did that and say they had a South Beach location, or there's a plane up here too, and they had a beach that was easy to commute off the beach and not have to get in a vehicle. Say, hey, when you're done being on the beach, you want a nice cold acai bowl, walk to 14th Street. I feel
would
like
totally like disruptive. I'd do those chicks with a painted thing
too.
on. Yeah. Right? Raw juice.
Yeah, actually, that was one of my first summer jobs. I used to drive a boat that I pulled a advertising billboard. Yeah. So boat advertising, like if you live in a place near water where they do that, like here in Miami, they have boats that pull billboards behind it. That boat goes 2 miles an hour. Yeah, it goes 2 miles an hour, or at least when I was driving, it goes 2 miles. It's 20 feet by 20 feet, and the ones here are fancy and LED. The ones I was on was like a floating thing. It was
what were
scary.
you advertising?
It was Chinese buffets. I had there was a surf shop that advertised. This is back in Virginia, I mean, it worked. These guys would call us, and like it was crazy cheap for what they were doing. We would drive it back and forth, and there's 2 different ads on each side, and it was a really fun summer job. But it worked for these people. Like the guy at the Chinese buffet, he would tell us that when that boat was going back and forth, that he would have a wait time. And the days that boat wasn't in the water, he would have to send people home because there wouldn't be enough people in that restaurant. So that was the type of difference of that type of marketing. Right? And for him, so he was like, yeah, I want to do this every single day. If we were smart about it, we would have bought 2 more boats and had different ads running all the time. At that time, we only had 1 boat, 2 sides, could only do so much, But that's a great way if you live, but that's a unique situation here. Another, like what you're saying is painted models and...
Why is Elon's voice?
Painted models?
Yeah, painted models. I mean, if they're selling... Geez, I can't imagine what they won't sell that I won't go up to them and be like, pretend I'm interested.
Well, Red Bull does kind of like a street team thing where it's not painted models, but they do like the backpack
painted cars,
thing, and they just randomly show up at sporting events or like action sport events. But that's, I mean, that dabbles in street team stuff though.
Like a Raw Juice mobile.
Yeah.
Like wrap cards, tax deductible. Like there's obviously other implications you can do that for.
I mean, they could go real crazy and do flash mobs in the mall since they're right next to the mall. They could do a 30-second, I mean, try not to get in trouble, but you could do a disruptive flash mob where everybody's wearing a Raw Juice t-shirt and do something that's very disruptive to a large amount of people.
Local influencers.
Yeah.
So in Miami, there's like micro influencers that are like super popular here.
Yeah.
Like I could, Dave Grutman. So Dave Grutman, he owns like a bunch of clubs here. Not that he'll like sponsor or like do a Raw Juice post. Or Purple. There's a guy Purple, right? Like, I don't think people in LA know him, but people like, there's certain people that are celebrities in a certain area that you can tell them, hey, I know you have a ton of presence here. Yep. Or a big social media page. There's a Miami lifestyle page on Instagram. Miami Living. I follow that. Yeah. And people do local promotion. Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta follow that.
Only,
I don't just follow too many.
Only in Dade. If you guys are watching, you guys got some quality count.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Find who has your market. Mm-hmm. Find who has your audience, and I bet you for cheap you can do promo pieces.
Yeah, another thing is like you can just shout outs like on like kind of what you're talking about, like on Instagram. Actually it's a acai bowl and poke place that I go to quite often. Every person that goes in there and takes a picture of their food and posts it on their Instagram and tags them, they re-tag them and share it and engage with every single person that's in there. That's very important to people to build that community, especially if you're focusing locally. As much as you can give back to the community and look like you want to be involved with the community and the people within it, the better it gets and the more you will win. But
so I'm just gonna, the last leg of this, I'm gonna go back to paid advertising. Paid advertising is gonna be your big push.
Yeah.
All this stuff is good, you're gonna get drips, but if you can have the budget, I would focus on paid advertising. I would focus on creative ways to do it. Now, this all might sound intimidating. You could say, hey, you know what? I could figure out the street team. I know of a local place that does billboards, but dude, I sell furniture. I don't have time to do all this marketing. Yeah. I could ask my son, who is a blogger, to try to do this stuff. But we have recently partnered up with Frank Kern. Cardone Kern is the advertising agency. And actually, we specialize in brick and mortar types of businesses to create more foot traffic into your store, more appointments if you're a chiropractor, or doctor, whatever your concerns and needs are. You could be like, let me just focus on what I know, which is helping my clients, and you just bring me more appointments, make the phone ring, make more foot traffic. We could actually even tell you, oh, today you had 25 people come to your store from Facebook, even though we never even questioned them, just because they walked in with their phone and we put a little digital fence around your building. So like, we have the process, we have the data, and I highly recommend, don't get caught up in this stuff. Like the paid advertising, it's constantly changing. I could sit and tell you softwares that we have that we use that are just way, like you guys are a way disadvantaged if you don't have what we're using. So might as well piggyback on our knowledge.
Yeah, and like you kept saying this word during that little pitch there, is focus. You should be focusing on your business and the influx of customers that you're going to get from advertising, not focusing on doing the advertising part. Let us do it, let Cardone Kern agency brand and bring the foot traffic into your business, and you focus on your business and providing the quality to your local market and to the rest of the world, hopefully, once you can expand and scale.
And the cool thing about when you sign up with an agency like ours is you automatically are partnered up with our staff of 60 people. So to staff what you need is not one Facebook advertising guy. Because guess what? He can say, I know how to do Facebook. I spend $50 a day on it. And then what about Google and Yelp and social media posts and content and digital products and web dev and optimizing and email and yada, yada, yada. So it's intimidating. You could spend hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. The better they are, the more expensive they cost. Like, we're doing millions and millions of dollars a month. We're better than a lot of people because the ones who are really, 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 really good are doing their own stuff.
Exactly.
And we're doing our own stuff, but we're also, because we have an obligation to help people, we're offering that because when we throw events, like we have a boot camp coming up, which in my opinion is my favorite event. I highly recommend, if there's an event to go to, you go to the boot camp. People get transformed there. Business is double, triple in 30, 60 days. We have, where can they see like a glimpse of boot camp?
You can go to grantcardonebootcamp.com/free. grantcardonebootcamp.com/free. We have you fill out the form there. We have an hour, about a little bit over an hour segment. It's completely free for you to watch. You can actually see and see the experience that GrowthCon can provide, or not GrowthCon, that the 10X Bootcamp can provide for you.
Yeah. So if you want to speak with someone in regards to your marketing, and you're like, look, I'm good at what I do, I just need a push, I need more of what I have already, you can go to cardoneadvertising.com. It's all the way on the bottom. You can read it. There's a short form. Will take you 25 seconds to fill out, and then you'll get an email or a call and scheduled with someone. It's a free consultation. We'll do an assessment and see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, it's great. We'd love to have you aboard. We're highly vested in your success, and we'll make something happen.
Yeah, and speaking of free, Grant came back from his trip over the weekend, and he let us, he hit us with a gem here where Cardone University, you can now sign up for free. So if you go to grantcardone.com/CU, grantcardone.com/CU, you can get a free 3-day trial to Cardone University. So not only do we have 2 opportunities where you can maximize your marketing, but now you can hone in on your sales skills and just really be a complete package for the world. Speaking of that, hey G.
Awesome. And we have a surprise guest here.
What are y'all talking about?
Oh man,
Mastermind.
Y'all talking about advertising?
Yeah.
Are you talking about this?
Of
Are
course.
you talking about this?
Wow, look at that.
Are you talking about this? Dude, you gotta shine, diggity dogs. Y'all gotta shine. You gotta
see that?
glitter.
My man.
You guys gotta glitter, man. Y'all gotta blow up to show up. You gotta be noisy.
Over here, yeah. You can hear it. I mean,
You gotta be noisy. And you better be noisy for long periods of time, diggity dogs.
he's speaking the truth. Man. So we also have 10X Growth Con. We have tickets.
Yeah, but big fucking deal.
Tell them where it's at.
How about this? How about
We
I
don't know where
give
it's
you
at.
guys a $20,000 seat?
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
See now, by the way, this is right into marketing. What's the marketing masterclass? I'm going to give you a $20,000 seat rather than paying Facebook and Instagram and the Google boys another 20 grand. I'm going to give you a $20,000 seat. Are people watching right now?
Yeah.
How you know?
I know.
Did y'all get enough attention to know if anybody's watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a $20,000 seat. Go to 10xgrowthcon.com/ fuck it. Call it free.
Free.
Grant Cardone. 10xgrowthcon.com / free. Okay, now that's not enough for you, right? Maybe
wait, there's
10x
more.
isn't for you. Maybe you can't blow up that much. Okay, maybe that's just too big an idea for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. I'm going to give you a $10,000 free investment into Cardone Capital. Go to cardonecapital.com and register for the 10 grand. Who does this, dude?
Man, insane.
Or would you guys rather an iPad? Go see his boy Tata.
Hey, he's speaking the truth, man.
Okay, or let's see. So, by the way, when you register Cardone Capital for the $10,000 free investment, you get all the depreciation, you get the appreciation, you get the cash flow, you get everything from the 10K. See, these are the kind of ideas you guys need to come up with. That's why we always tell you, dude, you gotta put your freaking money where your mouth is.
Think outside the box.
Think outside the boxola. Now check it out. If that's not enough, let me see what else you got there.
We're talking about local marketing ideas.
You got to keep pressing. You got to keep pressing. You got to keep pressing. Like I see a nail. You know what I want to do to a nail? I just want to like I'm a hammer. That's a nail. I got to hit it. I keep hitting it even after it's in the goddamn wood. Everybody's like, dude, you already hit it into the wood. I was like, hit it again. It's a nail. What's a nail for? Same thing with advertising, marketing, and branding. You got to keep skitting. Or in my case, hitting. So check it out. What did that give you so far? $20,000 seat to the 10X Growth Con. $10,000 Cardone Capital. How about this? How about I do your damn advertising for you? Can they hear me right now?
Yeah.
Does it sound good?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you advertising. Go to cardonekern.com and just register. And somebody is going to get free advertising. We're going to do your advertising. I'm going to give 50 companies free advertising. You're like, dude, how can you do that? Do the math, bitch. There's 28 million small businesses in America. If I give 50 people free advertising and they give me 500 people that want to advertise, I think that would be a Holmes run dunk shot.
Yep.
Can I dunk in a baseball park? That's the question. So you guys need to understand, when you're talking and you walking, you need to be advertising. So you're getting the prizes. Do you going to do that Kanye piece with that? Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so what else we got here? What else we got?
Boot camp.
No, forget the boot camp. The boot camp's too heavy for this group.
Yeah.
All right.
It's too much for this group. It's like teaching somebody how to do a souffle and they ain't even figured out crab macaroni and cheese.
I was just thinking that in my
Now
head
you guys got to understand. There's some things that I do that are too much for you.
I was just thinking that right now.
Now Alan's seen it. When Alan came here, he's like, dude, you're freaking like your library of content and support for people is freaking stupid. Anthony, he don't know what I do. He just works here. He still doesn't know what I do, but it's all right. It's all right, dude. I mean, hey, he can't be perfect. The guy's good at a few things, not everything. Let's see what else we got. By the way, that's
Cardone
advertising too, folks. CardoneU.com. Check this out now. None of the other stuff that I said was good enough because most of you guys get too many leads. You don't even know what to do with the ones you got. So Cardone U is about how to convert that lead. Phone calls, landing pages, websites, hits, follow-ups, interested, not interested. Cardone U, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The next 100 people that hit CardoneU.com and register, I'm going to give you that free too. So I just handled your sales. I handled your advertising. I handled your future investments. And I said I'll do it all for free.
For real?
Okay, now, once you start making $2 million a year, I got one more thing for you. For you big ballers that are sick and tired of making $2 million a year because you can't buy a paddock. I was in a meeting in LA. I go into the meeting, it's to pitch a TV show. I walk into the meeting, guy's got the same watch I have, that white gold.
Yeah.
He's got a 40 millimeter.
Oh, okay.
And mine's 45, and he's like, oh my God, dude. We talked about watches for the first 20 minutes. Okay, if you do $2 million a year, $2 million, and you want to go to $20 million, this is for maybe 3 people watching right now, and 2 of you lying. So it's for one person, you're doing $2 million a year. You got to do $2 million, and you want to go to $20 million, go to CardoneVentures.com, and ask for a invite. I'll take you from 2 million to 20 million. You got to give me a piece of the 18 million. You guys covered up. We got you guys covered up. If you were an agapantha is what? It's a plant, bitch. I would be a snail. What is the combination of snails and agapanthus? Agapanthus attract snails. Snails eat the agapantha. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Advertising and marketing. Be the snail.
Show us your jacket. Show us that jacket.
Dude, it's lit. This jacket. Well, I can't say anything else after that.
Yeah, I think.
We should just cut it? Is that the way it is? Well, guys, you heard it from the man himself. That was a nice treat.
Yeah, thank you, GC.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Have a good one.